Dragon Ball fans, go ahead and pat yourselves on the back right now, because when we want something and we come together as a community to make it happen, anything is possible. We finally did it. Something that seems like maybe it could have been a little bit more difficult than it was made to look like light work because of all of you guys, and me included, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. 3 million pre-registrations have officially been reached, as confirmed by the official Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra Twitter account last night. So you know what that means. All players will receive the gift on release of Mini Daima Goku and all of these other rewards from the, the 100k all the way up to 2 million as well, which obviously the character is the most important thing right here. I guess the 7 gold capsules are cool too, but everything else is pretty light relatively. But that is not all. And once again, congratulations and thank you to everybody that signed up for pre-registration for this game. Like I said, we made something that honestly seems like it could have been a little difficult, look like light work, and this is a major good sign for the game, man. 3 million pre-registrations that easily. Again, I'm super appreciative for everybody that participated in order to make this happen. Obviously, pre-registering for the game is really easy. It takes a couple of seconds, but nonetheless, this is a massively good sign for the game already. A huge green flag. We spoke in the video a couple of days ago about how well the 2 betas were received. So 3 million pre-registrations reached about a little under a week from release of the game. This is a good sign, fellas. However, that is not all for today's update. Now, on top of this massive milestone being reached before the game even officially launches, and Dragon Ball fans just being Chads per usual, right? We also have some official character reveals and trailers to go over also. Now, I went ahead and meshed these 2 trailers that we're going to be breaking down here together, like I did in the last video for 17 and Hit. Now, this first character right here we're going to be going over is Cell. I don't know how I didn't already do a video on him. Maybe because 17 and Hit just kind of took precedence, I guess, at the time. But this is another character that we predicted would be in the base game as well. I mean, we already have Majin Buu and Frieza, so we were just pretty much waiting on a Cell announcement too.
Behold, ultimate perfection.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, Cell might be getting a lot of playtime out of me, man. I like his kit already just from what we're seeing. Whoa, what is this? Wait, did you guys see that? Is this gonna be a new map? They're in the Cell Games arena. Is that a new map or a new game mode, I wonder? Okay.
Unsatisfying. I need a new challenge.
All right, so Cell is gonna be a tank. Now, this is gonna be perfect form. So obviously he transforms from his imperfect form. His concept is gonna read: a hero who transforms and powers up into his perfect form by absorbing bioenergy from enemies. Attack unwary enemies from behind and drain all their life force. So you're gonna be draining them from behind, huh? All right, relax. So his passive is going to be bioenergy. Base HP, armor, and all attack power increases the more bioenergy you absorb. So is the last hit of his rush attack going to absorb bioenergy? I think that's what they're showing here. All right, so his rush attack is going to read: attacks become drain attacks when enemy HP is below a certain percentage for a set period of time after an enemy is obstructed or when performing a finisher. Drain effects: pre-transformation, gain bioenergy and restore HP. Post-transformation, restore HP and apply movement speed down to enemies. The effect is going to be increased if activated from behind an enemy. Finishers are included. So they really want Cell to be like I don't think flank is the word I want to use. Kind of like not a stealth tank, but you really want to catch opponents off guard so you can get the maximum benefit from his effects when you attack them from behind. Okay. And now his transformation is going to be perfect form. Transform once bioenergy reaches maximum. Base HP, armor, and all attack will increase. So let's go back here a bit. I want to see the okay, this is the bioenergy meter right here. Once this fills up, then you can transform. So I guess Cell is going to be the first character in the game that you don't have to be level 7 to transform, I assume. And then once you're transformed, obviously you get all these effects right here. Base HP, armor, and all attack will increase. So his first skill is going to be Big Bang Crash. Fire an energy blast after the blast hits. It'll explode after a set period and apply movement speed down to enemies. That radius is kind of large. Skill number 2 is going to be Raid Smash. This looks like a little dash attack. Warp to a target and deliver a strike attack. Grabs the target in a chokehold, grabs hold of the target and staggers them if attacking from behind. Okay, so this is 2 different attacks in one. You get a different variation if you attack from behind than you do normally. Oh, okay. So when he attacks from the back, he puts you in the bear hug. Okay. Skill number 3 is going to be Regeneration. After charging up power, unleash an explosion around yourself and then regenerate. Explosion occurs when command is re-entered or a set amount of time has passed. Okay, so you can proc this manually, or you can just let it do automatically after a set amount of time has passed. Applies movement speed down to enemies hit from the front. It regenerates and heals HP after the explosion. Amount of HP healed increases based on how low HP is at the time of the explosion and the amount of damage taken while charging up. Can move while charging at skill level 3, removes debuffs while regenerating. So Cell is pretty much a direct counter to some of the stuff that Android 17 wants to do in his kit, right? Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why anybody with like more than half a brain cell would keep attacking you while you're doing that. I mean, I guess if you're able to burst Cell down before he's able to get the regeneration off, it might be worth, but I don't really see too many people like just hammering away rush attacks while Cell is doing this move, right? I'm surprised that this doesn't have another effect that procs if you do it from behind an enemy. So his super attack in pre-transformation is going to be Energy Field. Attack while surrounding yourself with a barrier. The barrier will block energy attacks from the outside, while you and any ally heroes within the barrier will gain immune to energy. Cell and 17 on the same team seems kind of busted. Post-transformation is going to be Energy Field Duel. Okay, so I want to see, actually, before I even read this, this thing is massive post-transformation. In perfect Cell form, this thing is humongous, bro. Let's see. Let me see the radius in... it's about the same size, I think. I think it's... it might be slightly bigger after you transform. But it's gonna read attack while surrounding yourself with a barrier. The barrier will block energy attacks from the outside. Okay, all that's the same. While you and any ally heroes within the barrier will gain immune to energy. Also the same. If there are enemy heroes within the barrier when the barrier effect ends, a ring will appear and restrain the closest enemy hero. Other enemy heroes cannot enter the ring. Applies all defense up to self. Wow, what? So they're trapped inside of your barrier? It's the if there are enemy heroes within the barrier. Okay, yeah, it's just the closest enemy hero. Oh, this is the... Wow, that's freaking sick, man. What? Yo, so Cell just procs a one-on-one after he does his super attack? Oh my god, that's sick, bro. What? Bro forces you to participate in the Cell games after he pulls it? Nah, that's sick, bro. That is like one of the most creative super attacks that I've seen in this game so far. Matter of fact, that is the most creative super attack that I've seen in this game so far. Nothing even comes close to that so far. Hopefully they keep up things like that. Obviously, Baby has a really cool kit, but creating the Cell games arena around the closest enemy and just forcing that 1v1, that's fire, bro. Yo, shout out to the team for being so creative with that one. Now we're gonna get into the newest characters to be released or announced, that is Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Yes, Dragon Ball Super Superhero is officially in Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, man. And it looks like this is gonna be our first tag character as well. So right off the bat, we have a character that creates the Cell games arena around the closest enemy, and they can't get help from ally enemy teammates, just forcing that 1v1 with Cell. And now we have our first tag character too. This game is going to be a lot better than some people are giving it credit for right now. I'm calling it, man. If they're being this creative with characters in pre-release, oh, I cannot wait for the future, man. Wait, why? Yo, he was level 11 and had... Did you guys see all that health? Look at all of this health and overshield, bro. Oh my god, this isn't even a level 15 unit yet.
It's a wrap. Quit lounging around.
All right, so we officially have our first tag characters in Gekishin Squadra, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, who are gonna be damage DPS role. Concept is going to read a superhero tag team with Gamma 1 specializing in large-scale brawls and Gamma 2 in small-scale skirmishes. Join forces with special pose and vanquish evil using combination attacks. Okay, so if you kill Gamma 1, then Gamma 2 comes out. Passive is going to read Gamma Switch, allows Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 to swap in battle. Each Gamma has their own base HP, so they don't share HP. They have their own base HP, so you're going to have to whittle down 2 health bars with this character. They have their own rush attack and movement speed. The 2 will swap when certain skills are used or when their base HP reaches 0. Okay, so you can swap with a certain skill or you get an automatic swap after one is defeated. When on standby with 0 base HP, Gamma 1 or Gamma 2 can be revived by performing special pose or healing them at the spawn. Yo, this is probably the most self-sufficient DPS in the game so far. It's gonna take you a while to kill this character. Okay, so Gamma 1's rush attack is gonna be a blast using the ray gun. The 3rd consecutive attack will be powered up, and the Gamma on standby will follow up with a ray gun attack that deals additional damage. More damage is dealt while special pose is in effect. Okay, so Gamma 2's attack is going to be a physical attack. He has just a regular rush attack like Goku or Vegeta and things like that. The 3rd consecutive attack will be powered up, and the Gamma on standby will follow up with a ray gun attack that deals additional damage. More damage is dealt while special pose is in effect. So this is what they mean by Gamma 2 is more for, you know, small scale skirmishes up close, and Gamma 1 is more for more of those, you know, ranged battles and things like that. He's going to call in the homie to shoot him. All right, so skill number 1 is going to be Gamma Strike. As Gamma 2 dash forward and deliver a strike, the skill can be reactivated immediately after use. If a 3rd hit lands, it explodes and deals additional damage. Cannot be activated when Gamma 2's base HP is 0. While under the effect of special pose, you gain additional HP upon activation and when the strike hits. Skill number 2 is going to be Gamma Impact. That looks like it does a lot of damage. As Gamma 1, deal a flying kick that causes a shockwave, gains HP upon activation, and bro, they're getting a lot of HP, and they already have 2 separate health bars. This character, this is going to be one of the most used characters in the game until they bring out a character that just directly, you know, can maybe damage the other Gamma that's on standby. Until a character like that comes out or an ability like that comes out, this is probably going to be one of the most used characters in the game for quite a while, man. This is going to be really hard to deal with, I feel like. Creates an explosion after the shockwave and deals more damage at skill level 3. Cannot be activated when Gamma 1's base HP is 0. More damage is dealt while special pose is in effect. Now, while I feel like this character is going to be kind of difficult to deal with, I also feel like they have one of the most complex kits in the game right now. So they aren't going to necessarily be the easiest to play, I feel like. Now, when we finally get the game in a few days, I could be wrong about that. But right now, they feel like they don't just feel as pick up and play as someone like Goku or Krillin, Piccolo. Even though Krillin and Piccolo can be kind of technical, but I'll just say more like Goku or Vegeta or somebody like that. Don't get me wrong, Krillin and Piccolo can be kind of technical with like Krillin's like traps that he sets up with the Ki Blast, and Piccolo with Hell Zone Grenade and having to hold down the Special Beam Cannon. Not saying that those characters are easy to play, more so someone like Goku who's really pick up and play in this game, which is, you know, he should be because he's the main character. So skill number 3 is going to be Gamma Blaster / Full Burst. Use a ray gun to fire scattered shots in a set direction. Can move or redirect while attacking. More damage is dealt while special pose is in effect. I like how all of these moves in the game that you think would be stationary, and we saw in the gameplay trailer portion of this that they were moving while using this skill 3 right here, and I like that. So super attack is going to be special pose. We were waiting to see when this was going to be implemented into the kit. They've mentioned special pose in every single one of the abilities so far. So the super attack is going to say create a surrounding explosion that staggers enemies while striking a hero pose. More staggers, more CC. Hey, eventually they're probably going to have to stop giving every single character some type of CC option, right? Heals HP when activated and allows Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 to work in tandem for a set period. Combines their HP stats into one That's why in the gameplay portion of this trailer that at level 11, this dude had like the health bar of a level 15 easily, probably even more. So combines their HP stats into one and transforms their rush attacks and skills, super attacks excluded, into combo attacks. Can activate Core Breaker at level 3. I was waiting to see if they were going to implement Core Breaker into this kit at all. I'm so glad that they pretty much took every single good thing about these two characters and they put it in here. Oh my god, man. Oh, that should easily be a one-shot no matter what. As Gamma 2, rush into, obviously this should take away your tag portion of your kit as well once you activate this, but let's just see what they say. As Gamma 2, rush in for a last ditch attack at a set position, can only be activated once per battle during a skill level 3 special pose. Drains the base HP of Gamma 2 to 0 when activated and forces Gamma 1 to swap in. So this was a pretty obvious way to implement this into the kit. Obviously, once you pull off Core Breaker, you know, if you want to keep it canon, Gamma 2 should die for the rest of your life and you should be reduced to only fighting with Gamma 1. Now, you can do this once per life, once per battle with a skill level 3 special pose. I want to see how much damage this does, man. Let me see that Core Breaker again, bro. For a mobile game, this looks sick, man. This looks like an LF in Dragon Ball Legends. And it looks like that actually did kill Goku. Yeah, it didn't say anything about stunning him or staggering him or anything like that. So I think that that just one-shot Goku, which it obviously should, right? I would hope that Core Breaker, the thing that takes away half of your kit from this character, would one-shot somebody if you're able to pull it off. But fellas, that is gonna do it for today's video. Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and Cell officially coming to Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra on release, along with Dragon Ball Daima Mini Goku as well. Shout out to everybody that participated in pre-registration to be able to make this happen. I'm gonna pat myself on the back too, man. But that is gonna do it for today's video, guys. Let me know down below in the comments if you're gonna be playing Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 on release, or if you're more so interested in what Cell can bring to the table as well. I feel like both of these characters seem really technical, bro. There is a lot to their kit. They're a lot more complex than the characters that we played in the last two betas, right? Obviously, I feel like Baby's a pretty relatively complex character, but I don't feel like he's difficult to play or anything like that. These two characters right here, and I'll go ahead and throw Hit and 17 in here as well. These four characters, I feel like, are actually gonna take a little bit of practice to be able to play well, unlike some of the other characters on the roster so far. And with that, we still have one more character to be released, I think. I don't assume that they're counting Daima Goku in that 5 characters, so I'm gonna assume, you know, maybe my count is wrong. You know, counting to 5 is difficult sometimes, fellas, but I'm gonna assume that we still have one more character to see. I think so Cell is a tank, we have the DPS characters with the Gammas, and then we have the 2 technical characters with Hit and 17. So I think we will be getting one more DPS character, if I'm not mistaken. So I can't wait to see who that is. Probably within the next day or two, we'll have an official trailer for them as well. And then you guys know where to come when that releases. I'll do a full breakdown, get my thoughts on it. And in a couple of days from that, we'll officially be playing the full version of Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy this. Subscribe to the channel to never miss more Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra content. Let me know down below in the comments which character that we know of so far before this last one gets revealed that you will be playing on release. But anyways, fellas, have a great day, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Peace out, my boys.